Hello and welcome back to another live stream, people. Welcome back to the GVO show. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. And yeah, another Monday night, another me and Alfie show, people.
Back at it, people. Let's go.
Of course, and as always, people, Alfie's link is in the title. As always, people, we're trying to get him to 500 subs. Remember last year, people, it was me getting me to 500 subs. We've got a new target, people. We've got a new target. We're getting Alfie to 500 subs this time. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it because we're in January. It's already on 300. 211 months. We're going to do that easily. Make sure to like the video, people. Whether you're watching this live or on the playback, make sure to subscribe as well. We're trying to hit 1K as soon as possible at GVO Mikez on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and the GVO Mikez Clips accounts as well on TikTok and Instagram as well. And yeah, we've got a lot. We've got a lot to discuss. A lot. There's so much. Like the games this weekend were just nuts. They were just crazy. And we're going to start one place. I think we all know.
Yeah.
We all know where we're starting. Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 2. I remember when we were on Omar's channel the other week, I said you guys were going to beat Tottenham and drop points to Villa. That's one thing I got right. I didn't think it would end like that, though. When you were 2-0 up, I thought it would be game over. I thought it was game over from then. I didn't think you guys were going to concede 2 goals. I thought it was done and dusted. But Unai Emery, he does it again, man. Does it again. This time he didn't get a win. But to be honest, it felt like a mirror version of the game at Villa where Watkins, the amount of chances he missed in the first half, Jesus Christ. And then I didn't think he was going to score. But from your perspective, bro, the way the game folded, obviously you've had your complaints for a very long time. What did you make of the game?
I mean, we have to start with the lineup, don't we?
Yeah, I know where you're going to start.
You know already. I've said it too many times. And I've even looked at this as well when I realised how crazy the stat was. Every time Thomas Partey has started a right back, we've either lost or dropped points. Why does he keep persisting with this? Because he's not a natural defender. And he's not a natural... I mean, fair enough, he plays DM, but he's not a natural defensive player. At the corners, when he's defended a corner or any sort of set piece or cross into the box, he reverts back to the position that he'd put himself in if he was playing at centre mid. And because he's done that, he's given Watkins the space, and Watkins has equalised. And to be perfectly honest, we should have not dropped 2 points that easily. We should have done our best to hold on to that lead. If not, go for a third. And to all these people that are saying, "Oh, we're hard done by getting the goal disallowed," it was handball.
Yep.
It was handball. By who else? Who else? And the only time Marino scores since he scored the goal against fucking Liverpool, his goal gets disallowed by Havertz's hand. What the fuck is my club, bruv? Honestly. What happened to my club? I used to love seeing counter-attacking football. Like, I remember the goals that we got against Tottenham that one season, the 21-22 season where we were 3-0 up at half-time. Saka, Smith Rowe, and Aubameyang scoring. All of those goals hitting Spurs on the break. Why can't I see that anymore? Now we're just sitting back hoping for set pieces. We are literally set piece and inshallah. There's no other way to describe it. We look for corners. That's not Arsenal. Never has been Arsenal. You think players like Henry and Perez are looking for set pieces?
Yeah.
They're looking for the back of the net. What's up with these dunces? Honestly.
Wenger's rolling in his grave and he's alive.
Exactly. Exactly.
Imagine what Arsene Wenger would think with his midget players with them set piece goals, bruv.
It's so bad that Arsene Wenger can't even turn around and say, "Well, I told you it wouldn't be easy," because Arteta's fucked it up that much. He's chopped and changed his style of play so many times.
Yeah.
There's no need to do it. Pick one and stick with it. What would any other person do? Say the first season we were going for the league. What any other manager would look at it and go, "Okay, we're getting a lot of goals and a lot of wins, but we're also conceding at the same time. what would you do? For me personally, I'd go and look to bolster the defense instead of playing defensive football. Like what you make changes, but no, we don't spend money, and when we do, we spend it on scrubs.
The lack of activity in the January transfer window must be alarming.
Well, we're 19 days in and we ain't heard nothing. We've not heard a peep.
Nothing.
But we keep hearing Arteta say, "Oh, I'm alert to the situation." Fucking show us then. Show us. Because me and every other Arsenal fan are sat back scratching our heads thinking, where the fuck is this going to go? How far down this hole do we need to go? It's ridiculous.
Have Arsenal lost their identity? You reckon, on the pitch?
Definitely.
What's caused it?
Arteta. It's because he's learning on the job. He's not like one of these managers that comes from being an assistant coach and gets the big job straight away and hits it from the ground running. No, he's not that guy.
Yeah.
And it's
experience showing then.
Exactly. And it's getting to a point as well where you're setting your watch to it. You set your watch to it. Every single fan sets their watch to it. This is where Arsenal fuck it up. This is where we bottle it. We've become so predictable. And I hate to say it, we're turning into Spurs. The way we play, we're turning into Spurs. We'll beat Tottenham in midweek and then drop 2 points at Villa. What the fuck is this?
And what's mad is, in that Tottenham game, obviously we won't talk about the Tottenham game because it's a long time ago now, but like, in that Tottenham game for sure, you guys were ahead for a lot of it, and then Spurs all of a sudden just score. Obviously, you guys came back, but I just summed Arsenal up right there. Like, that Tottenham took the lead. Obviously, you thought you were going to lose that game as well.
It's almost as if we need the opposition team to score a goal and then we wake up. Who are you, fucking Lazarus? Honestly. So reactive. Not just the manager, the players as well. So reactive. It takes a goal from the opposition for them to go, all right, we better click into gear now. The Arsenal fans are unhappy. We're still fucking unhappy when we win because nothing's happening. It's just the same old shit recycled. And how does Arteta think? What does Arteta think helps? Oh, yeah, square pegs, round holes. Playing players where they shouldn't play. I mean, fair enough. No disrespect to Lewis Skelly in this situation because he's settled into that left back role brilliantly.
Yeah.
He's been brilliant in that position. But you can't be playing players like Thomas Partey at right back. Nowadays, fullbacks need to be up and down the wing just as much as the wingers.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Nowadays, teams like players to send their right fullbacks forward. Partey can't do that. He's in his 30s. At this point, bro needs to be thinking of Saudi, setting up his family for life. Not trudging about on a pitch in a position he weren't made to play in.
It's debatable that he's even 30.
Yeah, with the way some scams have happened in the past, like, he could be faking his age. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the new age of Femi Martins. But obviously, you got injuries as well, like now, like piling up. But you guys have got a transfer window to solve that. Saliba's injured now. Jesus has got injured the last game. Saka's already injured. Wanyeri's injured. Like, bro,
players are dropping like flies.
Calafiori's injured as well, right? Or is he back?
Well, he was out. He was out in the game against Villa. I know that much.
Jesus, this
he wasn't even on the bench.
He's been injured like 3 or 4 times, I swear, like already.
Yeah.
What's going on? Is it Arteta overplaying but not managing the workloads properly? You're seeing Raheem Sterling on the pitch now.
Oh my god, this is actually what pisses me off. He waited till the 81st minute to make a sub. What the fuck is this prick doing? Like, honestly.
I know when Raheem Sterling came on the pitch, he was just like, oh, fuck's sake.
Well, to be fair, he was our only attacking option. It's not like he was going to play the youngsters.
No, not a
There was
chance.
no way he was going to play them. What,
When,
after losing a 2-0 lead? No way.
what did that 2-0 lead then generally came down to the absence of Saliba, or was it just other things as well for you?
It was a mixture of everything. It was, again, a case of Arsenal taking their eye off the ball when the match is literally in their hands. All they've got to do is just sit back and control the game, or even go for a third.
Yeah.
But no, they didn't do that. They allowed Villa back into the game, and it weren't too long after Havertz scored that Tielemans got the first one back. And yes, I was sat there thinking, fair enough, Villa have got a goal back, but we should go on and get a third. We didn't go on and get a third. We allowed Villa back into the game again. Little ball into the box. Partey pulled out of position, and Watkins has got all the space in the world. Schoolboy errors. And it's week in, week out, no matter whether we're winning or not. And I still revert back to what I said earlier, I think it was last GVO show. It doesn't look to me like the players are playing for him.
Yeah.
But then again, I could be wrong. But again, I'm having my point proven slowly but surely with every performance.
Yeah, so you reckon he's lost the dressing room then?
It kind of looks to me like he has. I mean, look at Erdegaard. He's making errors that are unlike him.
Mm.
Like not even being able to put the ball in the net. He's had, 0 non-penalty goals this season. What the fuck?
Oh my days. 0.
But last season, he was firing low-driven shots into the box from like 18, 20 yards out.
Fucking hell. But he's got, like, I heard he's got 2 assists since, like, April or some shit.
Yeah.
That's bad for a 10. Even that. And do you know what I think? Yeah. Obviously, assists and goals aren't everything. But I feel like he relies on Saka too much. When Saka's not there, I don't see Odegaard. I don't see him in the game. I don't see him
Because
I don't
it
see
looks to me as if because Arteta knows that Saka and Erdegaard are his only 2 aces in the deck, it feels like he's making Erdegaard float around the pitch a lot more than he usually would to cover for the fact that Saka ain't on that right-hand side.
Yeah.
And by doing so, it's knackering him. And he's not being able to get the output that he gets. Because we know what Erdegaard's output looks like. It's either a goal and an assist in a game, or he'll get an odd goal here and there, or another assist. This is worrying. And this man's meant to be our captain. You can understand why people like Lee Gunner are saying strip the captaincy off him, because he's not doing the job of a captain. Fair enough, he's giving it the big arms up to the crowd here and there, but that's not showing quality on the pitch. You're just getting the fans more hyped.
Mm.
As if you need more backing. There's 60,000 fans in the stadium as it is.
That's the thing, like, I used to, like, not used to, I used to try and look on the side of, okay, let's say people were saying that Lee Gunner is moaning too much. But I'm trying to, like, listen to what Lee Gunner says when he's talking about the arms up in the air thing too much. I'm watching Arsenal, they do it way too much. Like, your players do all of this. It's not even just Erdegaard anymore, it's everyone.
It's not just one player doing it, there's multiple players doing it. Even players that haven't even been here that long.
Yeah, bro. Like, this is the thing with Erdegaard, yeah. As you said about Erdegaard, like, you might get like his usual output as a goal and an assist. But if he's had 0 outfield goals and 2 goals since April, May, are we seeing the real Erdegaard now? Or is it the system that Arteta's implemented since your first title challenging season? Like, what's gone wrong with him?
I mean, to me, it's like I said, I think it's because he knows that he's relied on Saka far too much. Now that he's not there, he's put himself in a position where he feels like he needs Erdegaard to cover that side of the pitch, which is why during games, you'll see Erdegaard, yes, he'll float, but he'll stay predominantly on the right side of the pitch, almost hugging the touchline.
Right, yeah.
And this guy's meant to be playing as a 10.
Yeah.
Bro's just stood on the right-hand side of the pitch, flicking his hair back. Like, come on.
Is there a bigger issue in midfield then, where
Of
like
course there is. Of
everything's coming
course
from
there
Erdogan?
is.
Where who else?
Exactly.
Like,
Marino, problem. Jorginho, problem.
yeah,
I feel like you can kind of make a case for Partey, but that's only because he's being forced to play at right back. I don't think his performances in midfield have been bad at all this season, especially when we've won. He's looked really good, but when you play him in a wrong position, a position he's not meant to play, it kind of takes away the qualities from him. But I definitely say that Jorginho and Marino are definitely problems. Jorginho, Saudi's calling, bro. Either Saudi or the MLS.
or Como.
Like, or Como. Everyone's going Como at the minute.
Yeah.
Dele Alli's just signed for them, but hopefully he can get back on track.
Yeah.
And Marino, like I said, he looked better at Newcastle. Fair enough, he wasn't that good then, but he was better at Newcastle than he is at Arsenal.
Fair. That's
And
fair,
what do we want to do now? Sign another player from Sociedad. Martin Zubimendi. Why didn't you go for Zubimendi in the first place? The kid was showing quality. Put the money on the table. Instead for you go for some fucking idiot who's clearly not adjusted to this style of the English game. Just pussy farting about.
What do you make of that Zubimendi thing then? Because the Zubimendi thing came up straight away after the Man United loss. We haven't heard a single thing since.
I think it was just one of them things to get the crowd hyped up, to be perfectly honest with you. Another one of those rumours, those typical Arsenal rumours you get during a transfer window. Oh, we're linked with this person, that person. I'm hearing we're putting money on the table for Benjamin Šeško or Viktor Gyökeres. That won't happen. I'm hearing we're looking at Victor Osimhen. That won't happen. Stop it.
I can understand Gyökeres and Osimhen. If you get Šeško, it doesn't solve fuck all. The guy can shoot from long range, but he can't. He's not a finisher. He's not.
There is no fucking way you sign a player like Benjamin Šeško and the quality he brings to a team, and you play him under Arteta's system. He'll be out at sea.
I don't even think
he's sat in the box. Just sat in the box, getting no service because we're not putting in the right crosses, not giving him the freedom that he needs. I saw a goal from Benjamin Šeško the other day. He twatted it from about 35 yards. You ain't seeing that with him in an Arsenal shirt.
That's what I'm saying. That's what he's good at. When you watch a full match of this guy, if he's been put through on goal, he's going to piss you off just like Havertz and Martinelli does, like through on goal. I'm talking 1v1. This guy can't finish. Outside of the box, though, this guy can twat it. But do you know that it's like one of them FIFA cards you get, yeah, and they've got the long shot trait. But as soon as you put them through on goal, they're just pace and vibes, and that's it. They're shooting off the post half the time, and you're feeling your controller vibrate. Like that is it. That is what Šeško is. And let's get into some comments. Shout out to Melon. That's a big up, Michael. This has become a thing on the channel now to call me Michael.
I saw the clip of you posting up that people keep saying you look like Fabianski.
I don't look like him. No,
again, another reminder, go follow GVO Max Clips.
Yes, exactly.
Some decent content on there, people. If you don't, you're a dickhead.
Follow me on Instagram as well, because TikTok keep trying to fucking copyright shit. It's annoying.
Shout out to America, man.
Shout out to Mali as well. Shout out to Mali. Make sure you subscribe to Mali, people. We made Villa look like some teams don't rely on dead balls.
Exactly. Melon's hit the nail on the head there. Like, come on.
Yeah, and pause for dead balls.
What top six teams you see relying on set pieces? Like, let's be real.
Yeah, none. Man City aren't even good at them. So there you go. They've never been good at them, to be fair. Internal solutions and that. Like, who would you sign, Melanas? Who would you sign?
I don't even know, because right now, and I'd literally just come up with this phrase as you were saying some of the questions. It feels like we call the Emirates the carpet, yet right now Arteta's turning it into the graveyard, bro. Like, let's be real.
Shenan's carpet rather than the actual carpet.
It's so bad that I'd rather see Wenger style of sideways backwards Because at least every now and again you'll see a couple of one-touch passes that lead to a goal. You don't even get that anymore.
Wenger
Just
won
looking for
trophies.
crosses. Yeah, Wenger won trophies as well. Fair enough, he did have a 9-year gap between the 2014 FA Cup and the 2005 one, but he still won trophies.
That's the thing. If Arteta stays any longer, he'll beat that drought.
Definitely.
He'll beat that. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm.
That's why I've said get him gone.
You're so funny.
The thing is, like, I want to see the team win. Like, everyone wants to see their team win.
Of course.
But there are certain times where you're sat there and thinking, this guy ain't right for the job.
For sure.
Like, he's not got it. And I want to see Arsenal win trophies. I want to have the moments like the fans did in '89 where we won at Anfield, or like the fans that went up to White Hart Lane when we won the league. The Sylvan Van Wiltord winner at Old Trafford to win the league. I want to see moments like that. But right now we're seeing a top team, and I say top team in quotation marks because we don't play like a top team. We play like a team that's fighting the drop. Sideways, backwards, exactly. We go 1-0 up and we sit back. What fucking team does that?
Arsenal, apparently.
Even teams like Ipswich ain't doing that.
They're not. They're going for it.
I mean, fair enough, they got slapped 6-0 by City, but they're going out there and they're playing with heart.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They're nicking goals here and there. Even when they're losing, they're nicking goals. I'm surprised they didn't get a goal against us.
Yeah, they're playing to their maximum effort, at least.
Yeah.
For their standards.
And they've just signed Philogene as well. So
yeah. We've lost our identity getting this manager, period. Fair. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Because as much as you wanted to back him, I feel like you were very fair on the fact that you saw the Newcastle game and it was just like, okay, this guy winning us a cup even with the best 11 out.
Exactly.
And you got it done.
I've given him time. Don't get me wrong. I feel like I've given him as much time as I can. But now I've reached breaking point. I don't want him at my club anymore. I mean, fair enough, and Troop said this as well, and I think a lot of Arsenal fans will agree. Fair enough, people like Troops and me are saying, sack the season off, the season's done. We're right to say that, because we know we're not winning a trophy. We're literally watching football for the sake of it. But that doesn't give the players the right to play like the season's already done.
Yeah. Facts.
Like, at least fucking go for something.
Yeah. The fans don't get paid for the season. So we can say that the season's done. Like, the players get paid to play for the season, to make the season better.
Exactly.
It's your fucking job, bruv. Lampard is a bad manager. He's at commentary.
Exactly.
But you've been Spurs for years. Red Spurs. This is what Charlie always says in the chat. Partey likes up and down. It's only when it's illegal. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. But he's Chelsea's best player. That's the Raheem Sterling thing. Remember, Arsenal fans kept saying that. We took Chelsea's best player. I don't know where they got that from. Like Cole Palmer.
Yeah, who the fuck said that?
Like Cole Palmer, Caicedo, and Reece James when he fit. Like,
what dickhead said that?
Twitter Arsenal fans.
This is what I hate my fan base.
You're new to Twitter, so you're gonna have to get used to this.
I fucking hate my fan base. All I'm seeing is just shit. Like, honestly, I'm seeing Arsenal fans rank players' haircuts. Like, what the fuck? I don't care about your trim.
I said rank players' haircuts.
Exactly. I don't care about your trim. Lee Connor said a similar thing.
Wait, I did not see this part. I'm surprised I didn't see this. I see every little bit of shit coming from Arsenal fans. Ranking haircuts. Oh my god. Yeah, Sesko is wank. Oh wait, hold on. When's West Ham to finish higher than Arsenal this? Not in a million years.
No, they'll finish higher than United though, I reckon. I reckon Potter will get them on track.
Battle for 13th. Here we go. Ain't Alfie's job to sign players.
Exactly. It's not my fucking job. I don't get paid to do it. If you want to pay me to do it, fine. But the only experience I've got in signing players is through FIFA career mode.
I generally think I could do a good scouting job through my FM
But but
experience.
but then again, 9 times out of 10, I've been right.
Because they actually move in real life.
Exactly. I get gassed when I see a player that's signed to another team in career mode actually sign for them.
I don't think people realize as well, when you play Football Manager, it's fucking accurate. Like, it's so accurate.
Facts.
When you play Football Manager, there's proper scouting. Like, don't get me wrong, like, getting a director of football in Football Manager is pointless. They don't do fuck all. It's just to feel like it's an actual football club. But when you sign a player of Football Manager and then they do well in real life, it's just like, I could be the manager right now. Like, I mean, you ain't signed a good player since 2014. Fucking hell.
Who would that be then? Who would that be?
Like, good, what do you about? Good footballer or just like? Because to be fair, Saka's for the academy.
Exactly.
So there you go. Arteta would get Everton relegated. Why is he the manager of Arsenal? Bruv. Oh yeah, Arteta is genuinely would suit Everton though. He would suit Everton.
No, they're all right with Moyes. They'll be fine with Moyes. Like Moyes knows Everton like the back of his hand. I'm surprised he didn't go back sooner. I mean, fair enough. He won. Fair enough. He won you a trophy, but I think he should have gone back to Everton back in those years.
You know what's funny? You know when they got Ancelotti? You know when they got Ancelotti? They were going to get him because he was.
That was the craziest manager signing I've ever seen. What the fuck's Everton doing signing Carlo Ancelotti? Don Carlo.
Don't know.
You've got man getting red cards against Man United at Goodison Park. Like, what the fuck?
Was he
signing players like James Rodriguez on loan?
Yeah.
What the fuck makes you think they want to go Everton, bruv?
And apparently, all the rumors came out about James Rodriguez having one ball bag. Like, I don't know whether it was true or not. I don't really want to know, but that's what came out about Everton. It's just a random WhatsApp thing that comes out. But that's what I love about like the internet. Yeah, it's so misinformative that people believe it. So like, people can send a random WhatsApp message. Oh, I heard James Rodriguez lost a ball bag, and it will get viral on Twitter. Like that. I'm just saying. Shout out to Arrest as well. Shout out to Arrest. Make sure you subscribe to Arrest.
Big up Arrest.
Arsenal Twitter is woeful. Bro said the same about every player, just Arsenal, like ex-player. Like this is the thing. Like Twitter's a cesspit, man. Like the reason why I single out Arsenal fans though is because, like, obviously not Alfie, but a lot of Arsenal fans you'll meet in real life could fit the Twitter account you see. Like usually Twitter's different from real life. With Arsenal fans, it's like you see these people that make TikToks about, you know, what they want to shag Calafiori and shit like that. Like singing about Erdogan in the shower. Like this ain't Pride Festival, bruv. like shout out to them, but it ain't Pride Festival. It ain't Brighton. Had them first at Christmas as well. Yeah, Ancelotti, bruv. What was wrong going on with Ancelotti? Ancelotti was playing 6 in the back at Everton at times, you know. He was playing like Ben Godfrey in midfield.
He had fucking Richarlison as his attacking option as well. Like, what the fuck? This pigeon.
So we need a new ref.
I've had enough. I've had enough of people blaming refs, man. Like, honestly. I mean, fair enough, we've had some dodgy decisions in the past, but when it comes to us, like we bring it upon ourselves.
Everyone does though. Like everyone brings it upon them. Everyone gets bad decisions. What do I say? I say this all the time on the YouTube channel. You go into a Premier League game, expect a shit ref. Like it's 90 minutes. You got to score more goals than the other team. You got to concede less than the other team. Do your job or don't do it. Then, as Ty said.
Like you don't see these problems in France, Italy, Spain, Germany. You don't see any problems with refs in these countries. But yet we claim to be the best league in the world. Yet we've got shit refs. Don't you think the best league in the world should have the best refs?
This is the thing. We've had shit refs forever. Like, what's it called? We grew up in Howard Webb.
Mark Clattenburg.
Mark Clattenburg. We grew up on Mike Dean, bro. Mike Dean did
Martin
retire that.
Atkinson,
Yep, Martin Atkinson. Like these are shite refs.
Kevin Friend.
Bro, these refs are so shit. These refs are so
I'm
fucking
pulling
shit.
these names out because I've seen them on FIFA. Now we're getting people like Paul Tierney.
Paul Tierney, yeah. Refs wank for everyone was awful against us versus Bournemouth. Alpha team is shit, just a bit.
I know we're shit. And it hurts me to say.
Man, Lewis for the ticket in person. I had to know who the ref was before I bought the ticket. Mark Kunzenberg. Ref the Battle of the Bridge. Bro,
Why do you think Mark Clattenburg's doing sidemen charity matches now, bro? Like, what the fuck?
Do you know what's funny as well? I'm sure
You wouldn't see a ref like Pierluigi Collina doing a sidemen charity match, would you?
Probably not.
And for you uncultured swines, for those of you who don't know who Pierluigi Collina is, he is the bald ref. The only ref to appear on the cover of a football game. That man is a goated ref. He says shit how it is.
Does nobody remember Mark Clattenburg even saying in an interview about how he bottled the Battle of the Bridge? He bottled that ref. He bottled that game. Like he was talking about he should have gave him red cards. I think it might have been to Dembele. I think he stepped on Diego Costa's hand. It was either him or Vertonghen.
And an example of how bad Howard Webb was, you've only got to look at the 2010 World Cup final. He gave Nigel de Jong a yellow card for kicking Xabi Alonso in the chest.
I can't believe he got a yellow card for that. Like,
I think it was Graham Poll who gave I can't remember his name, but the Croatian defender 3 yellow cards.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Just English refs in general.
Fucking hell!
And the worst part was he was told by the organisers of the 2006 World Cup if he had a good performance during the tournament, he would have got to have ref the final. Guarantee you he would have given Zidane a booking for headbutting Materazzi. Guarantee you.
The thing is, if people really cared about refs, why did nobody pay attention to what Mike Dean admitted when he was in the Sky Studios about he didn't want to overturn the decision for one of the refs in a Premier League game because he's his friend. He didn't want to put him under pressure. Why did nobody talk about that? I forgot what game it was, but he said it.
This is why I use the Roy Keane phrase, but that's his job. He's meant to cope under pressure. It's what he's paid to do. You wanted to be a ref, you're there. Make the right decision. You've got all the help around you. You've got goal line technology. You've got the 2 linesmen on either side of you, and you've got VAR. Exactly. What is making you make the wrong decisions week in, week out? And the fact that there are people in the VAR studio, younger than the senior officials, sat there after the controversial decisions between Liverpool and Spurs last season at Spurs' ground. You've got the younger people going, are you sure about this decision? He's onside. What the fuck? Who's paying these dickheads?
Shout out to Nick as well. The bald ref. Best game I've ever seen in person. That second half was unreal. I've been given 3 yellow cards at Sunday League. Couldn't give the ref eye contact for the rest of the game. You're 3 yellow card kind of person, man.
You are a risky guy, man, and I'm not gonna lie.
No composure, eh? That's fair enough, Melon.
Lives life to the edge. Drinking Jaeger, like 3 yellow cards. This guy just lives like every day is his last.
I think everyone that watched that Jaeger stream isn't surprised that Melon has had 3 yellow cards in the same game. And nobody's surprised that Sunday League ref has given 3 yellow cards.
He probably turned up on a Sunday, 2 bottles of Malibu down, and just felt like kicking someone.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Melon, you've definitely played Sunday League drunk.
He's the type of guy to go for the same person twice, but think he's gone for a different person.
Oh, definitely. and that could be for anything. What you just said there. I'm Real Madrid. Big up, Mike. Shout out to Terrell as well. Shout out to Terrell. Hey, Mike's and Alfie. May you guys remember what's the only team in London to get 3 points. Oh, fuck off, Barrio. Fuck off, Barrio. Pricks.
He's talking about Fulham or Chelsea.
Chelsea, bruv.
Oh yeah. Didn't you what I completely forgot this weekend's results. I might need you to remind me.
Yeah,
Um,
we lost
yeah, you lost against Palace.
Palace. Yep,
It's all
yep,
right. He's just getting his feet under the desk. Like,
yeah.
give
Listen, when
him
you
time, and he's got shit to deal with.
yeah, listen, when you got Edson Alvarez, you shouldn't be playing football. Constantinos Mavropanos got a red card. It's like I've been calling this guy Mavrobozo for a reason. I don't think people understand.
Why do you
And
think we sold him?
yeah, true. The guy's just built like Minecraft Steve. Like I can't lie.
Whether he scored a goal against us or not, like what the fuck? Why do you think we sold him?
He's done fuck all since we lost to Newcastle 4-3 because he was the only one that actually played well in that match. But the funny thing about him is, like I've said before, that this guy should be in Romford Market selling off-brand shoes. The guy's just built like Minecraft Steve. I've had enough of him. I've had enough of Mavropanos. We gave Zuma a lot of shit because he had no knees left. Mavropanos doesn't have anything. Doesn't have any
Spent all his
footballing
time
IQ.
kicking cats, bro.
Yeah, he doesn't even have feet. He doesn't have any sort of form of IQ. Doesn't like have a strong foot. Doesn't have a weak foot. One of the most zero-footed players you'll ever see. Doesn't have any defensive awareness. Doesn't have any
He just hopes
pace.
he stand. He just hopes he stands in front of an attacking player and hopes they lose the ball.
He's one of the ball playing centre backs that takes too many touches on the ball and then loses the ball. So there you go. Moving a Hazard hat trick in 30, mate. If you know, you know. Robert Sanchez should have been playing it. I will get into the Chelsea game a bit later. Hey, Mike, it's not my fault. You absolute legend, son of a put to Alvarez. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, speaking of teams that won this weekend, Liverpool. Liverpool
Yeah,
continue to be top of the league. They scored 2 in 90 minutes. All players as well as Darwin Núñez.
Darwin.
Yeah, this guy's shite as well. But he turns up at the weirdest moments. At the weirdest moments, big bozo. But he turns up at the weirdest moments. And listen, even though he is a bozo, you need your bozos to turn up. You need everyone to turn up in the squad when you're trying to win a league. Literally, everyone's turned up for Liverpool when they've been fit.
He's like that one. He's like that one autistic player that turned up at school at lunchtime. Like,
Yeah. Bro, this guy, I think Darwin Núñez, when he was a kid, when he was playing football in school, he was the kind of guy. So when he was charging and pressing for the ball, he just started like making sonic noises and shit. Like he just making sound effects. Like he was that kind of guy. It was like, it is mine and all that. He started making sound effects. My ball. And when he was like,
no, he had the fucking Mario Kart going off in his head.
yeah. It's Rainbow Road every time playing in his head. That's the soundtrack in his head. That's constantly Rainbow Road. That's the soundtrack, fam. He thinks he's playing the Wii all the time. That's how he plays.
No, Mike's you're killing me here.
He thinks he's playing the Wii. Like, but this is the joy. It reminds me. Do you know the Wii where you got there's a wristband thing that you got to put your hand.
Yeah.
He didn't play with that. Yeah, he didn't play Mario Kart. He just threw it at the
fling it at the TV.
Yeah, he just threw it at the TV. It played
or he was the type of guy to stick the thing around his hand but not tighten it enough.
Yeah.
So even when he does do it, it's flying.
Bro, it's like when you play Wii Baseball, he lets go of the remote and he just throws it at the TV. The TV's broken. You've got to get a new TV just because of this autistic kid. But that's Darwin Núñez. Fucking hell.
I mean, they're trying to. Do you remember that video when there was a bunch of Liverpool players in the room and they're all sat there trying to figure out? I can't remember what it was, and then all of a sudden Darwin Núñez walks in, and he's just sat there at the table just drawing a horse, like bro. And then out of nowhere, it just says like this motivational speech in Spanish, and then everyone's up for it.
I you gotta have that spectrum energy sometimes.
But you know what? I have to rate him though, because I found out the stat today. Apparently he's scored the most goals away from home in the Premier League.
What, since he's joined?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, how? How?
You got to give him credit. I know he got a lot last season. I can remember the 2 against Newcastle, the winner against Nottingham Forest. Obviously, he got 2 on Saturday against Brentford.
Yeah. To be
fair, it shows.
I mean, as much as like nobody rates him as a player, I don't rate him as a player. He turns up when he wants. Like when he turns up when he wants to, he can afford to. You can afford to have that type of player when you've got Salah, you've got Jota already. Like Jota's injured, but like you've got Diaz and Gakpo. I know Diaz isn't the greatest at times, and Gakpo's turned up for most of the season. But you can
And
afford to
this
have a Darwin Núñez if you have a Salah, a Jota,
and this
etc.
is and this is where you look at the complete opposite side of that spectrum, and you look at Arsenal,
Yeah, emphasis on spectrum.
where we've not got enough quality players in the side to get us through games as it is. So we're sat there relying on a player who's a complete bozo up front, takes
Mm.
far too many touches before letting the ball away, misses absolute sitters, and he's not even a striker.
Yeah.
That's the polar opposite to what Liverpool are doing. And that's why I'm saying Liverpool, it is Liverpool's league to lose. Don't let the fact that we look like we're in the race, like we were second before the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let that fool you. We are playing shit at the moment. And the only reason we won at Spurs is because no one ever lets Arsenal lose to Spurs. Right, let's be real. And it's not like Spurs were going to turn up anyway.
This is the thing with Liverpool now, though. They haven't lost since that Nottingham Forest game that they faced at home,
Exactly.
and they squeezed over the line to get a draw against them. Two subs that
But
made
they've
instant impact.
but they've managed to learn from that situation, and that's why they only dropped 2 points against Forest at the City Ground instead of all three.
And what
They
what
got
needs to be
themselves back in the game.
what needs to be highlighted as well. I'm pretty sure it's Simicas and Jota that both came on against Forest. Instantly, they made an impact. Simicas took the corner, Jota scored, and then this game, Darwin Núñez, I'm pretty sure was a sub. I'm pretty sure Diaz started up front and Gakpo played on the left. So Slot's doing something right. Every time he's making like all his subs are
He's
making impact.
he's ticking all the boxes right now.
Yeah, yeah,
He's doing exactly what needs to be done. He's managed to organise what players he wants in his starting 11 week in week out. What players he thinks can make more of an impact when coming off of the bench. He's
hmm
got everything he needs. Yes, they haven't spent a lot, but to be perfectly honest with you, I don't think they needed to. I feel like the summer is going to be the time where Liverpool are going to need to spend money on players because obviously there's uncertainty at the moment about Salah and Trent and players like this, and obviously they're going to need to find replacements. But right now, the team that Arne Slot's got is a quality side, and you
yeah,
can see it. And you, even though he's implemented his style of play really well into that Liverpool team, you can still kind of see the remnants of the Klopp style of play, which is what I like as well. Because Liverpool played fantastic football in Klopp's early years. It's only
yeah,
towards the back end of it that they started to have issues. But right now, Liverpool, it's their league to lose. They're not exactly running away with it in the terms that they did back in 2020.
hmm
But I definitely say it's going to take a lot to catch this Liverpool team because I just cannot see them slipping up, even if they drop points.
Joe's mad. It's actually, yeah, I agree because it's a different style of play, but they've kept the strengths from that Klopp system. They're still like the biggest thing for me about Klopp system was when you had a corner, you had a corner, you got to win that corner. That corner's got to go off the pitch. You got to win the header to make it get off the pitch because if you don't, and Van Dijk wins the header or something, they're on the counter, and Salah on the counter is fucked.
I mean,
Like
you
it's
remember that goal? You remember that goal they scored against Man United? I think
yeah,
it
yeah.
was from a corner. Allison captures it, pings it straight to Salah, who's
With
not
Dan James
offside
running
because
it.
it's in it because he's like yeah. And Salah's got the freedom of the United half of the pitch, and you already
Yeah.
know where that ball's going. It's ending up in the back of the net as it did.
Mm.
Like you can still see that style of play in Liverpool. They're quick on the counter still, and it's great football to watch, even for the neutral.
For sure, for sure. So, yeah, Liverpool they won the league a long time ago. For me, I don't see them bottling it because they have bottled. They have bottled, and they're not going to bottle it. Like it's a case for me of even though they've only won one of these league titles before, they've won other trophies. They know how to get over the line. Yes, the league format is different, um, but they're just on a constant run. They're on a like put it this way: Liverpool aren't even at their best, but the rest of the league are so far away from their best as well that it doesn't matter. Liverpool don't have to be at their best, and they're still better than everyone else. Arsenal are far from it. City are so far from it. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's like,
Like,
and I go back to what, like, when we were talking about Arsenal and the way that we've been playing, and the reason why I think that the title race was done way before other people thought it was. That clip I sent you of Jamie Carragher talking about the way Arsenal are at the moment. The
yeah,
fact of him saying this, Arsenal put themselves in a position where they can't believe that it's Liverpool that are at the top of the tree and not themselves while they're seeing Man City struggle. And because of that, they're putting themselves under so much pressure to try and catch them going into every game. Putting posts up on social media saying we welcome pressure. Clearly, you don't.
it's facts.
And we're
It's facts.
constantly tripping ourselves up.
Because you know the difference between you and Liverpool is I'm gonna go back to it because like a lot of Arsenal fans wanted to put in their own head that Arteta was going to be their Klopp in terms of the process. Whereas like 4 years onwards, Arteta's gonna take over and whatever. The difference is Klopp had the experience from Dortmund to install a winning mentality that he translated that to Liverpool, where Liverpool got their identity back as a football club in terms of
Not
their
only
style of play,
that,
but also built up their trophies as well by initially trying to get into the Carabao Cup final. They may have lost that, but then Champions League, they won their first Champions League, won their first league, and they've won every trophy since. With Arteta, it's a case of he's learning on the job. How is he meant to install a winning mentality going from 8th to 8th? When winning the FA Cup, he didn't capitalize on. After winning the FA Cup, he didn't go for any other trophy again.
I mean, you look at the difference between Klopp and Arteta as well. The fact that yes, when Klopp came to Anfield, you saw the state that the Liverpool team were in. They were playing poor football under Brendan Rodgers. They just sold Sterling. They were forced to sell Suarez, and it kind of just spiraled down from there. And not to mention the fact that Gerrard left the summer before. But the best thing that Klopp had in that situation was the fact that he had the respect of being a knowledgeable manager. He'd had his early experience at Mainz, then went to Dortmund and did what he did there. Fair enough, he didn't win the Champions League with Dortmund, but he had a brilliant Dortmund team.
Yeah.
So you could see why Liverpool fans were excited to get Jurgen Klopp through the door because they knew that eventually the good times were going to come back to Anfield. The difference between him and Arteta is the fact is Arteta came into this team when Arsenal were in disarray. Like we were downward spiraling, heading towards finishing eighth back to back under Arteta as well. And I feel like the reason for that, for me, is it's the fact that he's gone from being an assistant manager under Pep Guardiola, sitting in the second most important seat in the dugout, to jump into one of the bigger, well-known teams in the Premier League as your first managerial job, expecting things to work out.
Yeah.
A lot of you don't what you think people think what Fergie was going to go to Man United straight away and hit the ground running. No, it took him years. He needed experience with other managers. I mean, fair enough, you get the odd one here and there with Pep being incredible with Barcelona, but that's Barcelona. Like
Yeah.
we said this on Omar's stream, the the players that they bring in, the players that they bring in through La Masia, like that's just the freak of nature. But
Mm-hmm.
for a manager like Arteta, who's come through as an assistant manager, never had a big job before, to come in and have Arsenal as your first managerial job is a problem.
Facts. Yeah.
The first, the thing you would want after having Wenger for 20 plus years and not winning a Premier League for that amount of time is for a manager to come in who had experience and still had many years ahead of him as well. Like, why do
Yeah.
you think Fabian Hertzl has not got a big job? He started off at Brighton. Look at how
Yep.
well he's doing.
Yeah. He started from St. Pauli.
Exactly. You need to give these managers experience before you can chuck them in the deep end. It's like teaching a kid how to swim. You don't
Yeah.
chuck the kid in the deep end straight away. You let them go in the shallow end, let them learn to paddle and understand what it's like to move in the water and how to keep yourself afloat. And then you gradually move them up to the deep end. You don't just chuck them in there straight away. And you don't do that with football managers either.
Yeah. You don't just chuck a kid in a swimming pool straight away. They just drown. Like
No.
Arteta's drowning. Arteta is the drowning kid. Like legit, that is what there's like Jay on the In-Betweeners and the In-Betweeners 2 movie. You just push that kid into the water. No, 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 I cannot swim, and then he dies, fam. That is
That,
Arteta.
that was the first movie, by the way, not the second one.
Oh shit, yeah.
The second one was where they went to Australia to find Jane.
Yeah, because I forget they're on holiday for both of them.
And
So like,
In that Peter Andre car.
yeah. That's what a couple of movies. Let's get into some comments again. Yeah, Darwin would miss the TV though. That is true. That is true. Darwin would lose the TV. The
Oh,
Spectrum, yeah. Big up the Spectrum ballers though, my people. Yeah, shout out to the Spectrum.
how many
Arsenal
other Spectrum ballers do you think there are in the Premier League right now? I feel like Martinelli's got to be on that list, considering he never looks up.
we could do a starting 11. Robert Sanchez in goal.
Yeah.
Right back Sufel. Centre back Mavropanos.
And Martinez.
Alessandro Martinez. We'll put him at left. Who's playing left back? Who's Spectrum left back?
Zinchenko.
Zinchenko. Yeah, Joe, that's a brilliant shout. Midfield. Edson Alvarez.
Yeah. Oh.
Spectrum midfielders.
Does Enzo count as being on the spectrum, or
I
is
want to put
that just
Enzo Fernandez there. No.
Mikel Merino?
Mikel Merino, yeah, you can go there. Mikel Merino can go there. So we've got Edson
I
Alvarez,
think
Mikel Merino.
I think the number 10 role has to be taken by Cole Palmer.
What, because he's actually on the spectrum?
Yes.
Yeah, to be fair, that's not
Chip,
his ability. Like, he's actually on the spectrum.
Chippy Chips himself.
Yeah, if we're going footballing ability, Bruno Fernandes. That guy just kicks the ball away no matter what. So the guy's just kicking the ball away. So that man is on the spectrum. Right wing.
Right wing. I don't know. Have you got any shouts?
Garnacho and Martinelli have to be the wingers.
Yeah.
And up front, this could be Darwin Núñez.
Darwin, yeah.
Oh, imagine a front three. Martinelli. Oh, Mudrik's a shout, you know.
Yeah. Who'd you take out? Who'd you take out? Do you take out Garnacho or Martinelli for Mudryk?
Mudryk makes the bench. It's just got brilliant squad depth. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just got brilliant squad depth. The Spectrum 11. That's the Spectrum 11, people. Like, Arsenal in the mud. Arsenal in the mud. No. Shout out to Warrior. Emirates is falling down. All that. If Arsenal had La Masia, Arteta would still use Cabrasi at left inverted forward and Messi at right inverted attacking goalkeeper instructed to break up play in the midfield.
You know what? At this point, I'd even say that he'd be using Lamine Yamal as a centre back.
Yeah, he'd use Lamine Yamal as a left wing back, inverting centre back for centre forward, right wing back. That's how he'd use him. Or he may play two goalkeepers. Yeah. Facts.
What? Fucking Victor Valdez up front.
Oh, Joe Ter Stegen in a 10, like, or some shit like.
Ter Stegen on free kicks, bro. What are you talking about?
Ter Stegen's on free kick. Man said Chilwell, Keenan Dewsbury. Manager saying all the Chelsea players he hates. I hear that. Listen, make sure to smash a like, people. Alfie's link is in the title as well. So don't forget to subscribe to him. Trying to get to 500 subscribers. Man said to say can centre back for hire. If Arteta had his way, yeah, he would just sign centre backs. Marino can play there. Rice can play there. Partey can play right back. He just wants defenders.
No, Partey can't play right back. Well, you don't piss me off. Were you not listening when I said that in the 6 games Partey played at right back, we dropped points?
I can't believe it's so funny, you know. Like, I saw someone tweet that. It was like, Arteta is still starting Partey at right back when we haven't won a single game there. And that's funny. He has done already. I'll see this. This is the thing, Saka as well. Saka can play fullback.
Yeah, right wing back.
Jesus is a defensive striker. So is Havertz. Only one missing is Odegaard. You got to learn left back immediately. Odegaard, you have to learn left back for the Arteta ball immediately.
Get him out, please.
Let's move on to someone that should be a title contender, but they're not. But they did win on the weekend. Manchester City.
Yeah.
Manchester City beat Ipswich 6-0. I didn't expect 6-0. I actually predicted a draw. I don't know what I was doing.
I didn't expect 6. I expected a Man City win, but not that much.
Yeah, and they've signed 3 players: Reese, Kusanov, and Marmoush. Marmoush having his medical tomorrow.
Kusanov, isn't that is he Uzbekistani?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never heard of him.
Neither have I. But I'll be real. I've never watched this Marmoush guy either. But like, I only heard of him in January. I knew it's a Frankfurt player, cool, but I never watched him before. Like, they seem to be doing business because they need to. Because they obviously thought, what's it called? That they did need to do business in the summer because Liverpool and Arsenal didn't threaten them. But they didn't realise themselves they needed to do business. That's why they haven't done anything. I don't think Marmoush is going back on loan, but I haven't seen anything from Fabrizio saying on that. Because he literally did the whole goodbye thing to Frankfurt. He wouldn't do that to then go back on loan.
Yeah.
Because he obviously would just wait until the end of the season to do it like Wilfred Zaha did when he was at Palace, when he went to Man United. But they signed those 3 players. Do you think their City rut will just last until the end of the season? They'll come back next season as they're building for January, and then they'll probably build in the summer if they can't get everything done this window.
It feels like for me, I think the main target for Manchester City at this point in the season is top 4. Obviously, try and go as far as you can in the cup competitions by all means. Obviously, the FA Cup and the Champions League. I know the Champions League is going to be a lot more difficult considering the position they're in. But definitely go for like an FA Cup and a top 4 position because at this point in the season, obviously, like I said, Liverpool are going to be too hard to catch. They've put themselves in a position where there are too many points adrift to catch them. So I feel like just get this season out of the way and they'll rebuild for the summer, no problem. I don't think they'll have any issues.
Yeah, because they want a midfield. Obviously, they're linked to re-signing Douglas Luiz. That would be a great signing in my opinion. Like, because I've actually rated Douglas Luiz since like he was playing under Steven Gerrard. I just thought Gerrard wasn't getting the best out of him, and then he shined under Emery. Got to move at Juventus. He's not playing.
Looks like Alicia Lehman's going to have to move as well again.
Alicia Lehman to Man City. Here we go. Jesus Christ! That was one of the funniest deals in the summer because it's just like his first boyfriend.
It's the first football couple deal. It's the first.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I forgot she used to play for West Ham.
Yeah.
Like, it's so random. It's the most random career ever. West Ham, Aston Villa, Juventus. Then you'll go Man City probably if you follow your boyfriend. Like Douglas Luiz used to be at Man City as well. Funny enough, and I think that would be a good stopgap. I think it would be a good competition for Rodri for when he comes back as well. Obviously, with the game, Foden is scoring again, but it's taken you since January to fucking start scoring again. Like, this is the Foden this is why people have been criticizing you, because as neutrals, we've been waiting since January for you to turn up. You're finally turning up. You turned up against Brentford, cool. They bottled that, but you turned up against Ipswich as well. Like, you're a great footballer, but it's taken a while, and we can't just say that all the injuries are affecting you as well, because someone's got to turn up. I get all the injuries are affecting everyone. I get that. I completely get that. But when you're playing in your natural position, I ain't got any excuses for you. So we're in January. City are still City. De Bruyne's coming back. He seems to be doing his last 6 months De Bruyne thing again, where this guy wants to turn up because he's done with the injury now. He's still playing with injury, by the way. He's still playing with pain. The guy is never going to fully recover 100% because of his age, because he keeps getting injured, coming back, etc. But if they can get a little bit of a run, they can get top 4, but that's the best they can get. That's the best they can get this season. Like, they're in a top 4 race, realistically. City, Chelsea, let's say Newcastle. I think, is Newcastle on a good run? I'm not saying it just because they lost to Bournemouth, but I still think they're going to drop off for me. Villa maybe is a big maybe, just because Champions League, we'll see how it affects them, like at the back end. But I think they'll get Europe. Obviously, Nottingham Forest are there. Like, and if we're saying that like Arsenal in the top in the title race, then Nottingham Forest are in the title race. If we're saying Arsenal in the top 4 race, then so are Forest, because Forest are on level 1 points right now. We'll get to Forest later. Like, But Man City, if you've got to use that Ipswich game as purely morale boosting when they feel like they could go on a run now. They've scored 6 goals. They've got Chelsea next. Because, as Mellon says, piss take the time in hard. Look at their fixtures. They've got City next. And they've got, City have got Chelsea. I think that'll be a draw anyway, but that's going to be a tough game for City, let alone Chelsea, because they drew to Chelsea twice last season. They just about beat Chelsea at the start of the season this season. I remember that was the first game of the season. Chelsea actually played well in that game, but City just got over the line because of their quality. I don't know where. I think Bernardo Silva. I don't know where he is now. He must be injured. They're playing Mateus Nunes at right back because Rico Lewis has been that bad. Kyle Walker's going. Finally, long time overdue. AC Milan potentially. Do you know what's so funny about AC Milan? Yeah, your right back options could be Kyle Walker and Emerson Royale. What kind of right back options are those at this current moment in time? I'm interested to know why Kyle Walker has chosen now, though, to go abroad. You've done all your career in England. You've got a family.
Falling out with the missus, probably.
You've got 5 families. You don't want to spend time with any of them?
Clearly not.
I'm saying Kyle Walker's told his kids he's going to get the milk and he's just gone to Milan.
He's avoiding them child support payments. That's what he's doing.
Listen, the Mike's theory is back. You're leaving your missus. Joy is. The theory is well intact, people. The theory is well intact because I think I have more impact than people think, because listen to the thing. I told everyone about this theory about relationships in football. If you're going on a gold route and you're happily married, leave her. If you're going on a gold route and you're single,
find a new woman.
Get a new woman. I think they took the Pep one too seriously because the whole media running off with it. Now that he's divorced.
I forgot to mention. I think I mentioned it as well that when they were just before the Brentford game, when Man City were playing Brentford and dropped 2 points, as literally the day before it was announced that Pep was getting a divorce, and as he was walking into the stadium, one of the Brentford fans shouted out, "How's the missus?"
Fuck's sake! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh no! Oh no! Fucking hell, man! I'm finished. See, we'll be back next season. It's too little, too late. It's too little, too late. They're 12 points behind or some shit. You ain't winning the league this season. You ain't even in this race. Not this season, but next season. Use this as a blip because now there's pressure on you to come back. There's pressure on you to come back because you're Manchester City. Simple as that. Let's get back into the comments. Shout out to Dave. West Ham trying to get the run. It's like Arsenal winning a major trophy will never happen. Yeah, phantom bid. It's what we call in the fan base a phantom bid. It's the we tried gimmick. The we tried gimmick because you've exposed yourself to have 57 million. Are you going to get another striker? No, you're fucking not, you stupid dwarf. Fuck David Sullivan. Shout out to the Villa fan as well. I said, Alfie, hold that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Game of the season incoming. City 3-2 Chelsea. Interesting. It was them capitalising on mistakes from Colwell game week 1. Yeah, it was. So Emerson is going Turkey. What, Emerson Royale or Emerson Palmieri? I'm assuming you mean Emerson Royale because I mentioned Emerson Royale. Italian birds are fit. 6th family soon, definitely. That's it. Here we go for the 6th family. He's got too many. He's definitely going to fall in love in Italy. This guy's going to fall in love in Milan. Don't let Kyle Walker on the loose in Italy. And don't let the Italian fans know that he's mixed race either. Jesus Christ, he's going to have a hard time. What's the Bielsa theory? Fuck knows. I don't know whether he has a missus or not, but I feel like with the kind of football he plays, he has about 3 misses. Yeah, at least has 3 wives.
Oh, about Bielsa as well. Did you hear the expressions called Postecoglou, the Brisbane Bielsa?
I saw that, yeah. That's actually so accurate. That's fucking accurate. People said the exact same thing about them in the last 6 seasons. They won 4. City can come back next season. I don't know whether they'll win the league. We'll see. We'll see what other people do. We'll see if Liverpool actually spend money because they never fucking do. When the Arsenal signed a player that is a footballer, they never fucking do.
I mean, they got an Adidas deal now, so hopefully.
What? Who?
Liverpool.
Liverpool got Adidas still though.
Yeah, they got their kits are being made by Adidas next season.
Oh fucking hell. They might actually have some like decent away kits for once.
Some nostalgia because I
Yeah,
remember all the peak Liverpool Adidas kits.
yeah. Their away kits recently have been fucking shit. That purple kit, the Minecraft green and white kit they had, it was shit. These away kits are shit. Adidas, you gotta save them, man. Like, what happened to the old yellow kits we used to see, or old black kits we used to see from uh Liverpool, man? Like, create
The
something,
the,
have something
the black
creative.
and gold one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do
Like,
you remember I think it was the black and gold one from 09-10. I think there was two games. The game against Sunderland, the famous beach ball incident, and the game they lost at Old Trafford, where they wore the black shirt with the gold shorts. I can't lie, that was nice.
I just want to say, are you on the 173 now, Melon? Melon's on my local bus. Melon's on my local bus, bro. People said, "Oh yeah, why could it not be us moving to Adidas?" Peak, man. Apparently, you guys
Yeah,
were
I'd love to
Jordan.
see Chelsea back in Adidas kits. There's some good ones back in the day.
I need to see another Samsung Chelsea kit. I don't care. I want to see Chelsea back in Samsung.
Oh, the good old days, man.
Yeah, I want to see Chelsea back in Samsung. I want to see Arsenal create another sick yellow kit, like a sick yellow kit. Oh, you're talking about the home kit. You're comparing your home kit to a bus seat. The 173 home kit, you know.
So he's not actually on the bus.
No, he's not on the bus. And you're so bad about the 173, it goes from Beckton to Goodmays. That is one of the worst bus routes ever, bruv. You don't want to go Beckton to do anything. Why would you want to go Beckton? Miss when everyone was good, now everyone is shit. Like this is the thing. Old kits are the best. Old kits are the best. We could go on and on and on about old kits. We ain't got time.
Do you know what we should do? We should record a separate video where we talk about our personal top 10 kits of all time. Maybe
We'll
try and get
definitely do.
Melon on for it as well. Maybe
We'll
get
definitely
Melon or Prime. Definitely.
Yeah,
Like, make sure you
definitely.
hit a like on the stream if you guys want to see that.
Yeah. You know what? I've got a few ideas a few different kind of streams that we could do as well. Like I've
I
got
mean,
some
if you
ideas.
guys joined our 11 versus 11 streams where we talked about the Premier League 11 or
Yeah, the
the
drafts, yeah.
the streets won't forget though. If you like those videos, make sure you hit the like button if you want to see more videos like that. Honestly,
Yeah.
because those are fun. Those are enjoyable.
Because people enjoyed those as well. Like people getting
Mm,
involved in the chats and stuff.
yeah,
So yeah, we'll definitely have more of those for sure. Listen, Bournemouth. We need to talk about Bournemouth. They battered Newcastle. Obliterate. Did you catch the game?
I saw the highlights for Match of the Day. Yeah, they were brilliant.
Bro, I was in a pub just before the
The
West Ham
man,
game.
and the maddest thing is, Justin Kluivert scored more goals at St James's Park than his father. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. Like, obviously, he even said in an interview he would have gone to the games as a kid. Like,
Mm.
his dad played for Newcastle, and he scored a hat trick on their head tops. And the thing is, I didn't want to rule out Bournemouth, like before that game, like because I really like what they're doing, and for me, obviously, I know Newcastle went on a run, but Bournemouth is always a tough game, especially under Iraola. Yeah. What have you sent me now, Melon?
Uh-oh.
For fuck's sake. What the fuck have you said? There's no. What is it? What the fuck did this guy? This I can't show that on stream. It's just people getting hit by a car. The fuck is this guy, bruv? It's sending me reels in the middle of streams.
Hey, Melon, you still haven't followed me on Twitter, you know. I've checked. You're not following me, bro.
Anyway, this game, yeah, I was in the pub before the West Ham game, obviously watching the early
Yeah.
game, and Bournemouth instantly set the pace straight away. Straight away, like they decided to press. I want to give context as well. I want to give context. These are the injuries Bournemouth have. So, Evan Nilsson and Unal are their two centre forwards. They are both out. Julian Araujo and Adam Smith are their two right backs. They are both out. Max Aarons is on loan to Valencia or some shit. Also, Marcus Tavernier. Senesi has been injured since November. That's why people are going on about Hoyson now, the centre-back, the Spanish centre-back with
He's
Sabani.
class.
He's brilliant. Sinistera has been out since October. So has Alex Scott. This is mad. They had 10 injuries before the game as well. And if I go to their actual game itself, I'm going to get the lineup up because they were playing players out of position. Oh yeah, what's that at Alfie? That is asking.
At Alfie D_YT.
There you go. Follow him on Twitter.
Or just look at Max's follow list and you'll see my name.
I follow too many people on Twitter, so just follow the app.
Yeah.
But this was the lineup here. So as I said, no recognised right back. They were playing Lewis Cook there. Lewis Cook's a midfielder. You can play Tyler Adams there, but Lewis Cook's a midfielder.
Yeah.
Uwatara is a winger. He's playing up front. You can play Semenyo there, but Uwatara is a left and right winger.
Mm.
And they've got Kepa in goal. That's automatically playing with 10 men.
I'm so glad I put Kirkez in my fantasy team, man, honestly.
I had him on my fucking bench. I'm pissed. I had him on my bench. I don't know. Every time, man, the Mike's curse lives on in FPL. But David Brooks, the comeback he's had in his career has been class. He's always been a good footballer as well. Like the guy played really well. Ryan Christie has always been at Bournemouth for time. Him and Cook in midfield. Tyler Adams had an amazing game. This guy just needs to stay fit. Semenyo was great. Cliver. And look at their bench. The only players I recognise on that bench is Mark Travers and Jemison.
Yeah.
And this still got Dubrig. I only know him because he recently moved there from Chelsea. But I don't know any of these guys. Who are these people, bruv? But this is what Bournemouth are having to deal with. And look what they're doing. 4-1 against Newcastle. And look at Newcastle's team. I know Botman came off at half-time. I don't know whether he got injured again.
You've got an Alexander Isak that's on fire week in, week out.
But he got absolutely pocketed by Hoyson and Zabani. They did a job on him. Like, I've never seen a pocket. I think that's one of the biggest pocket jobs I've seen this whole season from a centre-back from two centre-backs on a striker. The way Hoyson and Zabani are defending. By the way, both of them are under 23 years old as centre-backs. I'm pretty sure Hoyson is 19 and Zabani's 21. I could be wrong. That is very young for centre-backs that are defending this mature. Kirkes has been absolutely class this season. One of the better left-backs this season for sure. Semenyo has been class. Their recruitment has been brilliant. Genuinely ridiculous. Like, how far can Bournemouth go right now, do you think?
I think if they continue to play the way they're playing, and Iraola, eventually he's going to get the players that he's missing back, and they're going to look even stronger. I feel like Europe's knocking for the vitality right now, whether that be Conference League or not. Like, they're seventh right now.
Yeah. 1 point behind Newcastle.
Exactly.
Bro.
And they just smashed Newcastle 4-1. Like,
yeah. They're a point behind City. They're 2 points behind Chelsea. They're 7 points behind Forest and Arsenal. That's ridiculous. No one expected Bournemouth to be. The amount of fucking debates I had to have with people about, but when Solanke's left, Bournemouth are gonna dip. They do well without him because they're not a one-man team. If this was Gary O'Neill's Bournemouth under they lost Solanke, I might have put them in the relegation battle because it's Gary O'Neill. This is Iraola. Iraola, since they've recruited with their new ownership, by the way, they had the new ownership took over when just after Scott Parker got sacked, and they hired Gary O'Neill as the caretaker. Then they hired him as a permanent manager in the middle of the season. Then they sacked him, and people were like, "What the fuck?" But then they got Iraola, who recently left his job at Vallecano. I'm pretty sure Vallecano or Valladolid, one of them. I don't remember which team. I think it was Vallecano. I'm not too sure. But he left his Spanish team. He was known for beating Barcelona and Real Madrid, like in that previous season he was in. And I didn't understand the Gary O'Neill sacking at that time because I was like, he just got you survival. But then I went to a Bournemouth channel and they were talking about how they want to go in a different direction. They want to kind of take the Brighton route with the way they recruit their managers and players and stuff. And it's paid off ever since because people forget as well, under Iraola, They lost their first 10 games under him, like last season. And people would be like, this guy could get sacked instantly. But they stuck with him. Because if we have a look at the previous season, Bournemouth, they won 2 of the last 5. But they did well at the back end of this season. They ended up getting 12th. To then go from 12th to then 7th, right now, battling for Europe. No one expects them to get Europe, by the way. Even if, let's say if they finish 10th, so what? So what? Like, look how well they're doing right now. It'll be disappointing not to see more non-Big Six teams in Europe, don't get me wrong. But nobody's expecting them to get Europe. Like, they need to get a couple of recruits in January, maybe. But even then, they just need players back. They need a striker, probably. Because even though they're doing well without one, it's great to pile on while the iron is hot. So go and strike while the iron's hot. Go and get some players. But Newcastle's run, they could have had the first time in ever of winning, like, I think it was like 10 games in a row or some shit. Or 10 games at home in a row. Or it's something like that. And it came to an end. Like, it is what it is. You got Iraola. Like, Cliver had a hat-trick. Kirkes smacked it right at the end. 4-1. To win 4-1 at St. James's Park, with the way Newcastle are doing right now, that's an amazing result. Who knows where Bournemouth could go right now? Who knows? But somewhere, like, Bournemouth are on the rise. Some teams are on the down. Let's talk about Tottenham. Do you think I'm just getting sacked anytime soon?
Oh, he has to be, surely. Like, bro's lost it.
He's fully lost it.
Bro has lost it. Like, he's having arguments with fans at the end of games because the fans aren't happy and they've got every right not to be happy because they pay to watch that shit.
Yeah.
And then you've got, I know you've seen this, you've got Ange Postecoglou trying to have a scrap with fucking interviewers in the gate, in the post-match interview.
Familiar story, mate.
What a great way to start an interview.
Yeah. It's just like, bro, like, you deserve that. It was a familiar story.
It was.
You lost to David Moyes, bruv. Again.
Not only that, did you see the amount of space that Iliman Ndiaye was given for that second goal?
Do you see what Calvert-Lewin did to 3 of their players?
How long has it been since Calvert-Lewin last scored? What was it, 16 games?
Something ridiculous like that.
And of course, Dr. Spurs. There you go. Have a goal.
Yeah. That's the funny thing. Tottenham fans were right, though. They were like, hey, he's going to score against us. Watch. Dr. Tottenham and all that. They're right about the Dr. Tottenham thing. Because it always happens. Always happens.
Handing out points left, right, and centre.
All the time. All the time. Like, there's such a Tottenham way of losing. He took off Dragonson as centre-back to put on Richarlison.
They went for bigger name managers with a smaller manager budget. Didn't work. They went for a lesser known manager with a bigger budget. Didn't work. They just can't seem to find the right balance.
We all know what the main problem is, though, don't we?
Daniel Levy.
Yeah.
He loves his money. That's his problem.
Yeah. I'm going to repeat myself for the millionth time. It's the Tottenham 2-year cycle that I keep going on about. It's fans get hyped about the new manager, overhype them. Then they go on a 10-game run. The manager gets back to this first full season, and then they eventually fall off. And then they start talking about this style of play. Then the manager gets sacked and it gets toxic. That's what's happened every manager since Pochettino's left. Under Mourinho, under Conte, and under Ange. And they all 3 of them lash out in the media.
And the thing is, I haven't seen Tottenham look this bad since the time under Juan de Ramos. And they were bad, like literally like fighting relegation.
Yep.
Until Harry Redknapp came in and changed everything. But I haven't seen Tottenham that bad since then. And this is bad for them. But
my thing is, I've tried to defend Ange just because I don't think anyone can really get much out of this attack. Because of the likes of who they have, like Brendan Johnson, they've got a washed human son, they've got Timo Werner. Richarlison will turn up when he wants to.
Isn't Richarlison off?
Sorry,
Isn't he going Brazil or wherever or Saudi?
I don't think so. Not right now. Not right now. I don't. If it does, it'll probably be end of the season. But Saudi's calling. I know he's only 26, but Saudi's calling for sure. Solanke's good when he gets service. They don't give him any service, and you're meant to be an attacking team. Pedro Porro is probably one of the worst players to watch in the league visually. And what I mean by that is all the guy does is just take long shots and hits the post. That's all he does.
Trossard sent him.
Oh, bro, spun him. Did the splits. He's overrated as fuck. Like, he's so overrated. He just spams shots all the time from right back position. I've never seen a right back want to shoot so much. I know we've got attacking fullbacks now, but he's ridiculous. He's not even a fullback. He's a winger. And he's not even, like, he's one of them guys, yeah, that you can't put him in the front three because he's not elite in the front three. And you can't put him in defence because he can't defend properly. So he's been a wing back his whole life. That's what he was at Sporting. He played under Amorim. He was at Sporting Lisbon wing back under Amorim. Then went to Conte. He got spun at wing back. I know he's played in the forward back. He started really well, but in general, he's kind of shit. Like, he's one of the worst players to watch for me. Madison did fuck all. I like Madison.
Dragusin is poor.
Dragoson's so shit, man. I don't rate him as a player. I know he does. He might just be the system. Don't get me wrong. He might just not suit it. But I've never rated the guy when I've watched him. He's been here for a year now. Like, come on, man. We've got to expect a bit instant results now. We expect instant results now. Like, you got to step in for Van der Ven and Romero because there's a lot of demand on Van der Ven and Romero in this system to make recovery runs and stuff like that. So
he tried rushing them both. He tried rushing them both back against Chelsea as well, and Romero ended up getting injured.
They both did. We haven't seen them both since. And they hyped up this goalkeeper for his first game against Liverpool. He's been shite.
Wait, did you see how much pressure we put up on him?
Right. He's been shit against Arsenal and Everton. He was shit. He got complacent. He started crying, hugging his sister at the end after the Liverpool game, bruv. Who gives a fuck, bruv, about your sister? I don't care about your debut, bruv. I don't care, man. I just start crying afterwards. Oh, I had a good performance on my debut. You've been shit ever since. One good performance and you thought you fucking made it. It got to his head. The guy's fucking shit. Like, remember when they made a documentary Levy didn't want to spend, and when they had 6 starters out? Bro, the Ericsson segment was so funny. The fucking... Bruv. The fucking Ericsson segment in All or Nothing. They knew he was... They were like, we need to sell you because we know you ain't signing a new deal. So they were forcing him out in January. And then he went to Inter. They were like, Levy was like, bro, I need money. Like, he basically told, like, in layman's terms, I need money. You gotta go, bro. I'm not losing you on a free. Because the whole story was about him, Toby Alderweireld, and Jan Vertonghen, all with 6 months left. And then I think Vertonghen left on a free, Alderweireld stayed for another year, and Ericsson left in January. Well, that's all the story was. Like, them and Kane getting injured. And then obviously lockdown happened, so he was allowed to come back because he was actually out for the rest of the season, funny enough. Because if lockdown didn't happen, England would have had to go into that Euros without Harry Kane. But then again, who gives a fuck? He doesn't turn up. He doesn't fucking turn up anyway, so who cares? Who cares? This is the thing with Tottenham, yeah? We're going to see them like this forever. We're going to see them like this forever. Tottenham aren't a threat to anyone. They're not even a threat to fucking Southampton. Let alone fucking their main rivals, Chelsea and Arsenal.
So what we're saying, Liverpool, Newcastle for the Carabao Cup final then, yeah?
Oh, definitely. But Tottenham are going to Anfield and you're going to Newcastle.
I already know we're not making it through.
Imagine Tottenham even score at Anfield. They ain't scoring. They ain't surviving at Anfield. You can't hold on to a 1-0 lead. You can't. And it just sums them up. Like, you got spun by Calvert-Lewin. The man who only really scores against West Ham, and he didn't even do that this season. Iliman Ndiaye expressing himself. He's had a great season. He's one of the few Everton players that can hold himself up high. Like Postecoglou, man, he's lost it. He's lost it, and he's another Levy victim. He's another Daniel Levy victim. Like Daniel Levy's hand rubbing. He's like, my next move is to sack the manager. It's going to come to a point where, it's going to come to a point where the fans are going to get tired of it. The fans are going to, they'll stop protesting. They'll still go to their games because nobody's going to stop going to games, unfortunately. Like, it is what it is. That's what fans are like. Every owner has hoodwinked their fans. Like, we've all fallen for the trick. However, fans are going to get sick of it. It's just going to always be toxic. Whoever's the next manager at Tottenham isn't going to survive either. They're going to go through the exact same cycle. But it's also going to come to a point where a certain caliber of manager isn't going to go to Tottenham anymore because look where they are now. They're not going to be in Europe. They're not going to be in Europe next season. I think we can all agree on that. They're not going to be in Europe next season. And also, they're going to be out of the Europa League. They're going to be out of the Europa League. So they're not competing for anything. There's nothing going to be attractive about it, barring the stadium and the fact that it's in London. So you're not going to get another big name Conte Mourinho type unless you overpay. But let's get into more comments, people. Let's get into more comments. That's the second big one in for around 57 million in League One West.
League One West?
You're failing upwards, as Melon said. In fact, Tottenham are washed. Their recruitment isn't good enough to support Ange's brand of football, especially in the pre-O. They're slightly finished. So happy we didn't go down the Amorim routes. At least we still have the skeleton of a 4-2-3-1 side needing the CF. Yeah, that's what I like about Potter. Is like it's not one formation. They're fluid. It's quite fluid. You still got 4-2-3-1. You got 4-2-2-2. It's fluid all around, which is what I like. And trust Spurs are washed. I want a North London derby final so fucking badly. Bottle job rivalry, red versus white Spurs. The thing is, part of me wants it, part of me doesn't want it because one of them wins a trophy. Then again, I would be rooting for Arsenal to win it because I can put up with Arsenal winning a trophy compared to Tottenham, especially the Carabao Cup as well, because Arsenal fans don't even care about that. Arsenal fans do not care about the Carabao Cup, apart from Alfie. Arsenal again, everyone was slightly falling upwards, so happy we didn't go down that route. Shout out to Loudmouth Football. What do you expect from a manager when his top players are missing? Actually needs to revamp to get things rolling for the club. I hear you, but I just even think with fully fit squad that they're still not good enough. I still feel like with their squad now, for me, Romero still wasn't good enough at the start of the season. I still feel like their fullbacks needed to be upgraded on. Like I don't think Udogie was good at the start of the season. Their midfield, like Bissouma, doesn't really turn up. Sarr doesn't really turn up. Sarr can be good. Archie Gray needs to play more. I know Archie Gray did have a good game in midfield in the previous game. I feel like he needs more game time though in midfield. Madison needs to turn up. Kulusevski's had a good season. Their attack in general is a bit shit, apart from Solanke for me, because Son has fallen off. So I still even think we're fully fit. They still need like quite a bit of players. He's not being back, to be fair to him. Yeah, wants him a lot. I still think he's a great manager. Just has a wank squad. I do agree. I'm not really going to judge Amorim. We'll get on to Man United in a sec, but I'm not going to judge Amorim right now. Like he does have to do a bit better with his team selections. Don't get me wrong. That squad is horrid. Yous have the money to throw money at profiles. We don't. Chance allowed by football again. Like Graham Potter's first game against Aston Villa was decent until the 60th minute. Then you let them in, expecting Potter to beat Villa. Best time to play them again. I still think Villa will beat us. Especially, no, I'm not going to use injuries as an excuse. To be honest with you, I think he did really well against Villa. Don't get me wrong, for one training session. I ain't got anything really to say against Graham Potter. I just think he's got to use this as I said in my match reaction, use the rest of the season as pre-season. And then you have your actual pre-season. Just try and get your football into the players that you have. But as I said at the start, he needs better midfielders. Every midfielder that you see at West Ham right now needs to be upgraded on. They all need to be upgraded on. Like, he had a certain technical level at Brighton. Bissouma, Caicedo, when Bissouma was good, by the way, when every Big Six club wanted Bissouma. McAllister, Pascal Gross, Lallana. These are all technical players, all good at the ball, all passing between the lines. And also got physicality. A good physicality as well. Every midfielder that you see right now at West Ham needs to be upgraded on for us to even get to anywhere near that level. So follow you on Twitter, Alfie. Check DMs.
Will do.
We lost Fulkirk, our focal point of Somerville first half, losing them changed the game for us. Yeah, it did. Especially the Somerville one. Especially the Somerville one for sure, because the way he was playing that right wing back role in that FA Cup role, in an FA Cup game, fucking hell, man, we need him back. I think Amarim's a good manager, but it's facilitating a totally new system. Yeah, I agree. But speaking of Amarim, Manchester United also lost against Brighton. What do you make of their issues right now?
They're done. Like they are in the mud right now, and Amarim said it himself. He said they are the worst Man United team in the history of Man United. They are so poor, and that the result against Brighton was indicatory of that. And it's just shown them that they can't rely on Ahmad to get them out of games.
Yeah.
They are so poor right now, and it's almost as if Man United fans are sat there going, where do we go from here? Like, they did a fucking memorial before the game because Dennis Law had passed away. Did he die for that performance?
No, he didn't. They didn't play for Dennis. Joke. Yeah. If you really, like old Fergie teams would have played for that occasion sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, every time it was the Munich anniversary, they would play extra for those games.
Apart from that one time when Man City beat them.
Yeah, apart from that once, yeah, of course. But they would put up an extra fight because of that anniversary.
Exactly.
These players ain't got fuck all about them. These players as well, I feel like they're still not playing for the manager, even though he just got there. But I don't think they ever have. But I also don't think they've got the quality to even anyway. I just think they're like exactly what I referred to with Kai Havertz at Arsenal. Like, I feel like all of these players just turn up when they want to. So like Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, big games for Man United. They are unbeaten against all of them in the last three. Like, they beat Man City, beat Arsenal and Pens, drew to Liverpool. You turn up when you want to.
Yeah.
All away from home as well, by the way. So it's all because everyone was so against them that they were like, fuck it, we ain't got anything to lose. We're away from home. If it was at home, I actually think, it might be different.
When you look at their last, I think it's their last 3 games at home. Like they've allowed 3 in the back of the net in all of those games. Forest, they conceded 3. Bournemouth, they conceded 3. Brighton, they conceded 3. And you're meant to be Manchester United.
Leaking too much at home, like it's like basic stuff that they're doing. What the fuck was Onana doing for that third goal? He's cooked. He's been cooked. Like, this is genuine bad. They went from that De Gea season where he was shit, and then they replaced him with Onana, and he's doing the same things. He's doing the exact same things. And even sometimes he's meant to be known for his distribution. He ain't even providing that.
Shit.
You ain't even providing the highs of the distribution either. Like, why? What? Amarim's cooked, bruv. Like, he's gonna lose his hairline trying to manage that club. I'm telling you, man. He's gonna be saluting halfway. Like, the problem is with Amarim, you knew what you were getting into. So I don't know what you expected. I don't know what you were promised.
I still think Amarim wanted to wait until the end of the season.
He definitely did.
Any smart person would have waited till the end of the season. But Manchester United were in such deep shit. They thought, yes, we'll get him now. Things will turn around straight away. No chance.
I think he even said he wanted to leave at the end of the season himself.
Yeah.
So maybe, was it worth maybe doing Ruud van Nistelrooy till the rest of the season?
I think it might have been, because then you look at Ruud van Nistelrooy as well, who's only won 1 game since taking charge at Leicester. Whereas at Manchester United, he'd won. I think it was his last 3.
My only thing, Troy, is I'm just arguing myself because I remember the Ollie situation. I know it's under the Glazers, but when Ollie took over as caretaker, and then they gave him the job because he did so well. Do you reckon they would have done the exact same thing, Ineos, if Ruud did so well?
I think you can look at it from both angles. You can think of it as, oh, here we go, it's going to be another Ollie situation. But then there would be that little sense of optimism in you that would say, okay, maybe Ruud van Nistelrooy is the guy that can keep us in a decent position till we get a permanent manager through the door.
But do you think if he did well as a caretaker, he would have got it permanently?
I guess that depends on how well he did.
Because Ollie did somewhat well. Like, it was a bit topsy-turvy, but then he got the full-time job, and then you saw his actual quality as a manager.
I think everyone seemed to be won over by Ollie after that night in Paris, especially Rio Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand iconically said, "Get the contract out, put it on the table." Ollie's at the wheel, and then it kind of just went downhill from there. Can we really say that would have happened if Ruud van Nistelrooy was given the job full time? I don't know, because I don't think we won't find out. But there's no way of ruling out what could have, like, maybe the positives that could have happened if Ruud van Nistelrooy was given the job.
Yeah, that's also true. Like, for me, Man United are always going to be in a cycle until they kick out their players. I maintain that from the start. Like, there's rumours of Garnacho going to Chelsea. I don't think that will happen, but his agents were at the game.
Yeah, Pram doesn't seem to like those rumours.
I don't fucking blame him. I don't think it's going to happen, don't get me wrong, because Napoli are also interested. I don't think they're even going to sell him this window.
Rashford's taking the piss out of him.
Oh, yeah. Again, that's another man that might be going to AC Milan. Walker and Rashford on the piss at AC Milan. Zlatan is director of football, I swear. I swear he's director of football. I think he's director of football or some shit. Like, what is he doing? Like, I don't know. I think he's part of the recruitment team upstairs. He's just hiring all these strong English players. Who's next? Greenish. Like, Rashford could be going. So they're generally trying to fund some what's it called? Some things for their players to get players in. They're trying to get this left wing back guy, that Dorgu guy, the Danish guy. But you forget a left wing back. You need every god, fam. You need every god that exists. I can't lie. The way Lenny Yoro got spun against Southampton by Sulemana, like they actually deserve to lose that game. And then all of a sudden, Amad Diallo gets a hat trick. That's why Southampton are getting relegated. And that Derby County, as you've always been saying, Alfie, for time, Derby County, this is your time.
Your record may be broken.
Yeah. And you know what? This is the worst team I've seen in my life. This is the worst Premier League team I've ever seen in my life. So if it does happen, then fair fucking play. You are genuinely dog shit. And we only beat them 1-0. So that says a lot about Lopetegui.
We beat them 3-1, but let them take the lead. That says a lot about Arteta. Cameron Archer as well.
Cameron Archer. He hasn't done fuck all since. He hasn't even touched the pitch.
And the maddest thing is, like you said, they've still got the same centre-backs they went down with.
Yep.
Bednarek and Stevens.
Yeah. Bednarek and Stevens. They're still there. They got you relegated in the first place. Bella Kotchap is back in the squad. He's on the bench. The only reason why he didn't play is because he fell out with the manager.
Who even is their new manager?
Oh, Jurich. He fell out with Russell Martin, Bella Kotchap. That's why he never played. And so did Ugo Chukwu, who's one of their better players. It's on loan from Chelsea.
Yeah.
Flynn Downs had a shitter, apparently, the other day. Carl Walker-Peters has had a couple good games, but then got smirked by Diallo right at the end. Like, it is that, like, their squad preparation's so poor, Southampton, but you kind of deserve that. But I don't even remember who else played. Hold on, give me a sec.
Forest won.
Oh yeah, Forest. Forest beat Southampton, bro. Forest are on the same points as you. What have you made of them?
They've been brilliant. And again, I bring up the fact that only a few seasons ago they were in the bottom three of the Championship.
Mm.
Now they're in the top four in the Premier League, like 2, 3 years later.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they sacked Steve Cooper, but they've looked brilliant under Nuno, and players like Hudson-Odoi and Ola Aina and Alanga,
Elanga. Yeah.
these look like revitalized players.
Mm. What is Chris Wood cooking?
Bro, this guy, bro's been on the smart whip,
Mm.
and now he's just scoring week in, week out.
Yeah, bro. I don't that Hudson-Odoi, Elanga, Gibbs White, and Chris Wood on the counter is fucking scary. And Elliot Anderson just in behind, who finally got his first goal for Forest as well.
Gibbs White as well.
Yeah, like all of them on the counter. Gibbs White is probably the best player out of the lot because he is the connector towards all of them. Like he drives with the ball. He puts the ball in behind. He's the one that started all the attacks. The guy is unreal. Listen, like, forget for a second. Oh, he deserves a big move. He should just stay at Forest right now. He should just stay at Forest. Look what Forest are building. Murillo's just signed a new contract. Murillo, how good has Murillo been this season? Murillo and Milinkovic.
Very good.
Ola Aina's been one of the better fullbacks in this league. And as I said to Prime, as I said on Omar's channel, they haven't had a settled left back this season. They've had 3 settled defenders. They've had to rotate their left backs at times. Ola Aina, Milinkovic, Murillo, and then Matt Sells and goal. He's been blatantly the best keeper this season by far. It's not even close. In terms of consistency, consistent performances throughout the whole season, Matt Sells has been on fire. They finally settled on a goalkeeper. And what a job he's doing as well. It's like everyone laughs at the way Forest recruited. But there was a method to the madness in the end.
Yeah.
No amount of money they spent, they had FFP issues, but look at the squad they have now. It's a decent squad. And they're getting and Hudson-Odoi and Elanga have found a new lease of life. Like, there's a difference between doing good in like can't even call Forest a small pond because they're a big club. But you know what I mean? Like, there's not as much expectation at this current moment in time compared to being at Manchester United and Chelsea naturally.
They're
Because of
like
the
a man
Premier
who's just
history.
come back from Turkey with a new set of teeth.
Exactly. It's like Rooney after his new hairline. I just
Exactly.
like this. It's like Elanga and Hudson-Odoi were always going to die at sea at their respective Big Six clubs because they weren't good enough. However, they are good enough to take Forest to the next level and to continue that because they are having fun playing football now. They are now on they're on the same wavelength as the fans, sort of thing. You can't be on the same wavelength as the fans when you're not good enough. You got to be good enough instantly, no matter how good you are. Think about the youngsters that come through at big clubs. You got to be good enough instantly. That's why Wanyeri is good. That's why when Chelsea bought Cole Palmer, instantly he's there. Like instantly he's taking it by storm. You got to be good instantly at these clubs. Lewis Skelly's been class. Lewis Skelly defends aggressively as well. He suits the way that Arsenal play, and he's not even playing in his actual position. And but he's good. Like he's instantly good. Like he's ready. You got to be instantly ready. Even that Collier guy at Man United, he's sick.
Yeah.
He's really good. He needs to play. He needs to play more. Like you got to be brilliant instantly. God knows whether Collier can have a future at Manchester United, but he probably should at this current moment in time. He probably should be playing more. Even Kobe Manu, I know he's not doing well right now, but he just doesn't suit the system. He's still a great player. You have to be good instantly. When you've gone to Forest, Elanga and Hudson-Odoi, they can play with a bit more freedom, play to their strengths, hit them on the counter, go 1v1, shoot on goal, etc. And Forest defend really well, very organised. They hit them on the counter. It's like what Nuno's replicating what he's doing at Wolves, when he had Jota, Jimenez, and Traore like on the counter. Bro, they had Jota. I know Traore is a bit wishy-washy, but Jimenez, and Jota always a front three worked really well. Doherty when he was really good at right wing back. Johnny at left wing
got
back.
Into Europe.
Yeah, Johnny at left wing back. Doherty at right wing back. Ruben Neves and Moutinho in midfield. Like he had Patricio in goal. Connor Cody at centre back. Like Willy Bolly.
Oh my God,
Like
Willy Bolly.
Willy Bolly's at Forest now. He's not playing, but
Yeah,
he's at Forest.
yeah.
Ola Aina so chilled out. He's just posted on Snapchat for vibes. Whatever the fuck he wants to post. He's just posting whatever he wants. That is a vibes dressing room right there. They're just having fun with it, man. Can Forest finish in the top four?
I think they can, but there's still a long way to go. They've obviously got to get through January 1st. A lot of teams are going to be reinforcing, signing some new players. They won't
Yeah.
have to worry about us because we're not going to sign fuck all. We're signing no one. But I definitely think if Forest continue the way that they're playing and they don't seem to let too many points slip, I think they can definitely get top four. And it would be nice to see.
Yeah. Okay, last game again. So Chelsea just beat Wolves today.
Yeah.
Did you manage to catch the game?
No, I didn't.
Fair enough. But like, do you think Chelsea? Like, obviously, a lot of people were hyping them up for a title challenge. I think a lot of more neutral fans were and Chelsea fans were saying that no, we're not in the title race. We're not in the title
I
race, and they maintained that since.
I seem to think that the problem that Chelsea had was obviously new manager. Yes, it was bound to happen. They were going to have a patch of form where they weren't performing as well, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously they've lost to the likes of Fulham. They've dropped points against Bournemouth, like teams like this. But hopefully, and a lot of Chelsea fans are going to be hoping this. Hopefully, the win tonight is the bounce board that gets them back onto that run of form that they had before the blip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think their transfer strategy kind of confuses me at times because sometimes they're linked to a gem, sometimes they're linked to a player that fucking stinks. Their transfer strategy kind of confuses me. I think they need competition for Jackson. Like recalling Chalobah, cool. We'll see how that goes. He had a really good game today. From what I saw, that I watched the game. Good passing, good defending in general. We'll see if Reece James can stay fit. We'll see whether Lavia and Enzo Fernandez are coming back anytime soon. They played Dewsbury Hall today. Um, it's going to be interesting to see how they develop their squad. But there's a lot of like talk about around uh, their recruitment staff getting a bit of slack. So we'll see about Chelsea as well. Let's get into your comments before we head off. Could have sold Southampton Danny Ings. Danny Ings didn't want to leave, unfortunately. That's a shame. It's a shame. Heard their goalkeeper was hurried out the back before the game. Brother gifted us free. Bruv. Yeah. Yeah. Alfie, did you see Ancelotti is leaving?
Yes, I did see Ancelotti is leaving. To be perfectly honest, I'm not surprised that the fact that Ancelotti's leaving Real Madrid. They haven't looked at their best this season, even with the Mbappe coming in.
Yeah.
They've looked very very poor, and we've both said that a lot of Real Madrid's problem is the fact they've got three players along that front line that all want to play on the left hand side,
Mm-hmm.
and that just doesn't work.
All hogging the
And it
same part
looked
of the heat map.
exactly. And even though they managed to get Mbappe on a free, it still feels like Real Madrid have been robbed because this guy is always offside. Whenever he scores, he's always bricked up. Like,
Pause. Fucking no.
like you saw the tweet that I sent you.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But it's definitely not a surprise that Ancelotti is leaving at the end of the season. Where he goes, I don't know. It doesn't look like we're sacking Arteta anytime soon. As much as I'd love us to, we haven't got the bollocks to do it. So we're not going to get Ancelotti, but hopefully he goes somewhere decent. Or if that, maybe he's got enough money to set him off for life. You never know.
Oh, he probably had a lot. He probably had enough money a long time ago. But that's the thing. I'm pretty sure Ancelotti even said Real Madrid will be his last club. So
Yeah,
I'm assuming he's retiring. What a career he's had, though. What a career he's had.
exactly.
Recruitment is everything in football. Moving on players as well. If the teams are good at that, they will struggle. If the teams aren't good at that, they will struggle. You need a relatively transient culture, fluid ins and outs. Agreed. Sack Arteta now and let Albert be the caretaker manager. Then go all out and get Ancelotti in
Who
the
the
summer.
fuck is Albert?
Airport Albert. Is that your guy? Like one of your assistant coaches?
Oh, yeah.
Weren't great last season. And Mike, would you sell Guilherme for the exact same price you bought him? I wouldn't sell Guilherme because I don't. if we ain't getting anyone in. The guys have been given a chance. I need to see him. I want to see him play. I don't see the point of signing someone and selling them 6 months later for me. And I don't believe in the whole we need to sell to buy thing if you bid it for Duran. But we all know that bid for Duran is a bit wishy-washy. I would take Chris Wood at Arsenal.
It's a striker.
Would you take Wood?
No, I wouldn't. But I would take the striker at my club. You're trying to get me to slip up there, you cheeky bastard. We're not having none of that. It may be late, but I'm not that tired.
You're not moving like Melon.
No.
He was on the balloons 2 seasons ago. Richard was to enjoy. Oh my days. Chris Wood is better than a German donkey. Havertz, who isn't?
Yep.
Nuno's a better manager than Arteta. Yeah. Moyes liked Aina. Yeah, he did. I remember Ola Aina went on a podcast once. It was a season we signed like Skamak and Paquetá. Obviously, we were linked to Ola Aina. I've rated Ola Aina since he was at Fulham. I thought there was always a player there. But he went on a podcast. He was like, on transfer deadline day, West Ham tried to go in for him. But he was playing for Torino. He was playing a game for Torino on deadline day. But he was begging for them to accept the bid. But he couldn't move. Because it was just like, you're playing the game that day. You ain't got any time to move to West Ham. I wanted Ola Aina. You can play both sides as well. We signed Emerson. If we had Ola Aina, he's way better than Ben Johnson and Soufal. Jesus Christ. That's the 2 right backs we had then. It's a shame. But I knew as soon as he went to Forest, he'd do well. Someone wanted to buy a 3-5 of him on Snap. Is that the key? Is that why they're second? Is that why they're third? Sorry. Is that why they're battling for top 4? That's the secret ingredient. Thanks to Garnacho and Vlahovic. Kill me. Jesus Christ. Thanks to Sesko as well. Jesus. Sesko and Garnacho. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Facts, they need a Kudus. They need a lefty on the right for some balance from Madrid. They do. They do. Again, like Kudus is an example. Arsenal, be careful. Be careful. Otherwise your star boy's gone.
I don't even want to think about it.
Imagine.
That's like giving up your son for adoption, bruv. Like,
you're not like one of them Arsenal fans that are like, you know that? Have you seen that video where they're like, would you rather sell Bukayo Saka and win the league, or keep Bukayo Saka and not win the league?
well, I mean, if I know he's going to a good home, then yeah.
But would you? So
I don't want to sell him. But if he wants to move to pastures, move to win trophies, then.
But would you sell? So if it came down to it, would you sell Bukayo Saka to win the league?
Would you sell Bukayo Saka?
It should be an easy question.
Oh God.
Go on.
As much as it hurt, I'd probably get over it. So I'd probably say yeah, just to win the league title. Like,
yeah,
I haven't had that for 20+ years.
Why do you? The fact you even had to think about that, bro? Like, it's a player compared to a league title. Players come and go.
True.
Players come and go. I'd sell everyone at this club to win anything. Well, it's West Ham, it's different. But I'd sell anyone at this club. So if we mean we won the fucking league, I'd sell anyone. I don't care. West Ham ain't winning the league anytime soon. Havertz is useless. Yes, I agree. I know he scored, but like we've seen him score before, like the odd time. The guy is not consistent enough to win you a league. It's literally common sense. Literally common sense. We pulled our pants down to Chelsea for Havertz and Sterling. Oh shit! Someone's raided. I don't know who's raided. Havertz and Sterling. Have you just got absolutely done?
These 2 bozos, man. Honestly.
Shout out to Northside for the raid. Big up to everyone that's here. Make sure to like the video, people. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Alfie. Link is in the title, people. Yeah, fucking hell. I don't know why it shot to 40 viewers, but shout out to Northside. Sesko shit. I've seen enough from the Euros. I've never rated Sesko. I'm sorry. Like I saw, like even just watching him for Leipzig. I never rated him.
Yeah, he looks like a bit of a long shot merchant.
Yeah, he's one of them ones that can't actually finish in front of goal, but he can take long shots. I don't get these system plays in modern day football, though. How can you be better as a striker, be better at shooting from long shots than finishing from like 5 yards?
Doesn't make sense.
I don't get. No, I don't get that either. For the team for the specky guns. Go get John Duran or Domvik or Ivan Toney. There's your striker. What would be your ideal striker at Arsenal then, Alfie?
At this moment in time, I'd probably say Gyökeres, because you know he kind of has that experience when it comes to the English game. Obviously, he spent a lot of years in the Championship with Coventry. I'd definitely say Gyökeres would be an option. I keep hearing the name Vlahovic getting thrown about. Again, I keep hearing Sesko and Isak. I'd definitely say Isak would be a good option because he's just a bagsman. You know what you're getting from Isak from the get-go. He doesn't need a season to get Premier League proven. He can hit the ground running straight away. So if I was looking at it from a perspective of I had the money to go out and buy a striker for Arsenal, I'd definitely go for Isak. But you just, with how blind the Arsenal board is, there's no way we're getting a player like that. No chance.
Yeah, fair enough. I say yes, of course. Yeah, of course you'd sell Saka to win the league. Like, let's be real, like, because even Kai says I'd sell Saka if he meant winning the league. He's not a legend. That's the thing. Like, if it came down to the either or situation, it's not like a case of but if we keep Saka, we might win 1 or 2 leagues. You're not even in a position to do that. You don't have the squad to do that. Because you don't even add on to what you have. Like, I don't even buy into the narrative that Arsenal just need a striker to win the league. In my opinion,
it's much more than that.
Left back still for me, because Lewis Skelly can't do it on his own, and Calafiori's not a left back. Zinchenko's shit. Also, midfield. Who's your third midfielder? And do you guys even know how to use Declan Rice? Left winger. All the people at left wing are fucking useless, and Saka is the only one at right wing that does anything, and you don't even buy people that actually help him when it comes to depth anyway. And Arteta wouldn't even rotate for him anyway. He's not going to learn from the injury. As soon as Saka comes back, then what happens? He just gets rushed back. We've discussed this before.
Yeah.
That's a 40 viewers. Yeah, shout out to Northside as always. Saka isn't on the same level as Bergkamp, Henry, Vieira. Of course not, but like those are actual generational players. Those are proper generational players there. Same I'd sell anyone if we met winning the league except Antonio Law. Alfie, Arsenal fans would love him. He has an exotic name. Was that like Gyökeres and stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, Sesko probably. Sesko. Watching him in the Euros in the pub nearly made me fall out of love with football. Dead baller. 40 viewers and 10 go on, Mike. Shout out to Northside. Make sure to like the video, people, as you're joining in. Thank you to Northside for the raid. And subscribe to this channel. We're trying to hit 1K as soon as possible, people. And subscribe to Alfie. He's trying to hit 500 subscribers. His link is in the title. You can literally click on this link and you'll still stay on the tab whilst watching the video. So it's easy done from there. Tony from Saudi is mad wages. It is. This is the thing. Arsenal should have got Tony in the summer.
We were in from before Saudi.
He was free reign. I don't get why you didn't get Ivan Toney. That was the easiest one out of all of them. He had 1 year left in his contract.
Exactly.
But Saudi got him. Why did nobody go in for Toney? I don't understand. Isak's all right, but Arteta would ruin him, Alfie. Is it a case of getting a new striker under a new manager because of how Arteta is? Yeah. Fair enough. The curtain reminds me of the light show. A lot of people in here wouldn't understand, but basically, quick story time. We did a watch along for a Champions League game. I think it was Liverpool Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And Alfie was trying to get a link for the game, and his room just kept flashing red, like it was at the No, it was in Amsterdam, fucking red light district, bro. Oh my god! Hey, the curtains, you look like you're about to open up a pantomime, bro. Vlahovic is about 4 years too late. You've been linked with Vlahovic since there's been a World Cup and a Euro since you've been linked with Vlahovic. You've been linked with Vlahovic since you finished fucking 8th.
Mm.
You were linked with him when he was at Fiorentina, I swear. He was at Fiorentina before Juventus.
Yeah.
That says it all. Alfie would played U-shaped football relying on set pieces. Isak wouldn't do well at Arsenal. Same with Ollie Watkins, simply based on how he played. I don't even think Ollie Watkins would be a good signing. I think he's good under Emery, but I don't rate him outside of Unai Emery. I've always thought he was quite overrated. I think he's good at running in behind, but that's it. That's it. Ivan Toney for Arsenal. Arteta would play him left wing. That's why a tall striker like Tony or Dobvik, who's good at headers, would be perfect because of set pieces. Joy is he would have been perfect to Arteta. Set pieces. Ivan Toney would knowing Arteta. Ivan Toney would be taking the set pieces. Bro, you might as well play Gabriel up front at this point, bro. So was Chelsea. 4 clubs were in for him, but he chose Saudi for wages. Man, Joy is go and get the bag. Go and get a bag. One in a lifetime shit. The best thing Arsenal could do in the January transfer window is paying Arteta out of his contract. We shouldn't give Arteta another penny. You agree?
No.
Shouldn't give Arteta another penny.
He'll only spunk it up the wall.
Yeah, that's fair. I think Tony's personality intimidated Arteta, to be honest, from time he was little bro Rice and the Heroes. Arteta can't handle Mavericks. We've seen that with Aubameyang. We've seen that with Martinez. We've seen that with Guendouzi. Can't handle Maverick personalities. Even though Guendouzi is a Maverick footballer. But you know what I mean. He's still a personality. Do you did he actually fall out with Arteta in the end, Guendouzi? Or was it just what was that all about at the time?
I feel like everything came to a head when the whole thing happened with Brighton, with Mapai and Leno. And there was the situation at full time where it kind of kicked off and Guendouzi got involved. He was then pulled away from the situation and went back looking for more. I felt like Arteta must have turned around and gone, "We can't have that at the club. I'm going to get rid of you."
Fair. The Zubimendi deal was a load of PR nonsense to take pressure off the owners on Arteta. It felt like that as soon as it came up straight after the Manchester United game because we haven't heard anything about it since the report from Sammy Lockbell. And it also said Arsenal were leading the race, but if it's a release clause, that should be easy to pay and easy to agree by the end of the season.
Yeah.
And why are you signing midfielders for now when you need attackers now? I know you need midfielders in the summer because I'm going to assume Partey or Jorginho are leaving. Maybe both of them. Maybe Partey's going Belmarsh. But you probably need midfielders for your team and stuff. But
yeah,
you need attackers as well. I've seen you linked to attackers, but you're always linked to attackers. When are you actually going to buy one?
Exactly.
So there you go. Arteta can't handle big names. That's the reason we didn't sign Tony. Apparently, Tony had an attitude problem. I feel like that was just put out there just so Arteta didn't sign him because, again, Arteta can't handle personalities. Bro had the Paquetá gene fair. We need to get Ancelotti and bring in a whole new bench. I don't blame Tony for taking the bag. He was a shit P. He was on shit P at Brentford. His contract was generally ridiculous. Same contract he signed from Peterborough. Yeah, do you know what? He was on low wages. Very, very low wages. So to go from that to provide for your family, live maybe in a peaceful country like Saudi, change your life a bit, play there for a few years. Yeah, bro, his kids are set for life now as well. Go on. Why not? Tony's a leader. I'd sell the whole bench apart from Trossard. He was on 40k a week. I know it's Brentford, but Tony deserves more than that for the quality of player that he is.
Yeah.
That's pennies now. But listen, people, we are going to end it there. It's been a fantastic show. Obviously, make sure to subscribe, people, on the road to 1K. Shout out to Northside for the raid. Alfie's link is in the title. Alfie, let them know what you got coming up.
We've got coming up tomorrow night the match preview of Arsenal against Dinamo Zagreb in the Champions League. That game will be Wednesday night, and the match review will be after that. So that's what I've got coming up in the next few days. And then I believe it's the Wolves game at the weekend, so there'll be the match preview for that as well.
Okay, where can they find you?
at @AlfieD_YT on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Listen, people, you can find me at GVO Mikes on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Also, the GVO Mikes clips channels on TikTok and Instagram as well, where I'll be just been posting short clips. Also, we'll be on YouTube Shorts as well. And yeah, we're on the road to 1K, people. On the road to 1K, trying to hit 1K this year. So if you can hit the subscribe button, that would be great. Have streams and uploads daily, people. And yeah, we've just got some West Ham content coming up this week. We'll probably have streams with Prime and stuff as well. And we'll see what we're doing Friday. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing Friday. So if I'm free Friday, I'll have to stream with Alfie and Melon as well, people. And yeah, make sure to leave a like, people. Shout out to Melon, shout out to Damien, shout out to Kai, shout out to everyone that's been in the chat over the past stream as well. Shout out to Northside for the raid. I'll see you guys